For several years in college, I had the honor and the privilege of performing and traveling with the Lady Vol Pep Band, which meant I was also traveling with Pat Summitt. And there are so many memories, not only of her on the court, but most importantly, the ones that stick with me are the ones outside the basketball court and after the game was won or lost. There were times where I remember she would come back to the back of the plane at one point, and she would even just, while she had this stare that everyone who was around Pat for a certain amount of time, especially the players, knew the stare, and you knew to be quiet when the stare was around. But she was walking to the back of the plane after the Lady Vols had won one game, although she wasn't particularly happy with how they won it. But the moment she came to the back of the plane, her demeanor just changed. She had a warm smile on her face, and she just thanked the band members for all that we were doing with the team. Of course, we were there to celebrate with them, to obviously not celebrate when they lost games, but Pat Summitt, it was a privilege and an honor to watch her work throughout her years at the University of Tennessee, and I'm just so happy that I was able to share some of my memories with you guys.
News Channel 5's John Quill Newland sharing her memories of Coach Pat Summitt. The longtime Lady Vol leader's impact on the coaching world cannot be overstated, and her coaching colleagues here in the Mid-State are forever grateful.
She had a following all over the country. No matter where she played on TV, you always had a section of orange. And let me tell you something, it wasn't just parents. It was those people that believed in the Lady Vols.
I think there's only so many legends. I think when you say Wooden and you say Smith and Summitt, I think those are the people that, after that, the coaching trees kind of come out from there and the philosophies come from those things. But I don't think you can measure the footprint she's made in the game.
The first coach ever to win 1,000 games. I just don't believe that we're ever going to see anything like Coach Summitt again with what she did, not just for the game of women's basketball, but for women's athletics in general.
Meanwhile, the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame is letting people in free of charge to allow fans to pay tribute to Coach Summitt. Tonight, Matthew Torres explains how it's a space to learn and celebrate.
With a name like Pat Summitt, it's no surprise that the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame has dedicated this space all for her. I mean, just take a look at this. Some of you guys who live in Nashville may not even realize that there is this space honoring the legendary UT women's basketball coach. These are just some of the basketballs that she used, and if we just keep walking around, you can see some of the memorabilia. You can see some of the inspirational photos and quotes around this area, but I think one of the coolest things is this right here, her uniform used during her days playing high school basketball in Ashland City. And we move around here as well, you can see some memorabilia, outfits that she wore during games, the stool that she used, even this net from the 880th win. We've seen several people out here emotional and happy at the same time.
It's heartbreaking. I mean, obviously, if you look around, you can see just what an impact she had.
In response, the organizers here are letting people in for free until Saturday. Reporting here at the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame, Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
And more of our co-workers remembering Pat Summitt tonight. Hope Hines sharing this today on Twitter. Quote, Pat Summitt was special, and she is the standard by which all coaches are and will be measured. So for those who have gone on to heaven, get ready. Game on. Straight ahead, Coach Summitt's legacy, how her fight against Alzheimer's disease inspired others. Stay with us.